All right, let's talk about golf power. We're going to tackle one of the biggest, most stubborn myths in the golf swing, the one that makes you swing harder but somehow the ball goes shorter. If that sounds familiar, you are in exactly the right place. Okay, let this one sink in, because this single idea, it changes everything. We all see the pros on TV, right? Their hips are wide open at impact, and we just assume they get there by furiously spinning their bodies on the way down. But that's not it. The secret, the real source of all that power, is actually set up way before the club even starts its journey back to the ball.
So to really get this, we first have to agree on what we're aiming for. Let's take a look at the goal, that picture-perfect pro impact position that we're all chasing.
I mean, just look at that. Any pro, at the moment of truth, their lead hip is so open it's almost facing the target. This is what lets them unleash all that energy and get that pure, compressed sound we all crave. But the real question is, how do they do it over and over again? Well, it's because they're not trying to get there, it's happening for them.
Now, before we can build the right swing, we have to tear down the wrong one. And that leads us to a huge mistake most of us make, the downswing misconception. This is the idea that you can force that open hip position by consciously spinning as hard as you can from the top.
And this is what that looks like for most of us, right? The backswing is all one piece. The shoulders and hips turn together. All your weight gets stuck on your back foot. So from this weak position, what's the only thought you have? Gotta rotate, spin the hips. And what happens? Your body just lunges forward into that dreaded early extension, you lose your balance, and the contact is just weak.
And that right there, that's the fatal flaw. When your weight is stuck on your back foot, you physically cannot rotate cleanly. Your body's only option is to lunge forward at the ball to even have a chance of hitting it. This move is a massive power leak. And you know what? It's the root cause of so many slices and hooks.
So if jamming on the gas in the downswing is the wrong move, where does all that effortless power actually come from? Well, that brings us to the backswing's true purpose. It's not just about getting the club up, it's about loading the engine.
This is it. This is the secret sauce, X factor, or what coaches call separation. It is the magic ingredient. You see, pros create a huge difference between how much their shoulders turn and how much their hips turn. It's like coiling a spring. They're creating all this tension and storing up a ton of potential energy.
And look at this. The difference is just night and day. On the left, you've got the amateur motion, where everything moves together like a block. But on the right, the pro motion. That's a dynamic stretch. The lower body is like an anchor, totally stable, while the upper body just keeps coiling against it.
I need you to burn this into your brain. You don't have to think about opening your hips. It's not on your to-do list for the downswing. When you correctly store that energy in the backswing, your lower body will automatically start the downswing. That open look is just a consequence. It's an effect, not a forced action.
Okay, this all sounds awesome in theory, but how do you actually do it, right? How do you feel this separation in your own swing without feeling like you're gonna snap in half?
It's all about the feeling. First, feel your feet really gripping the ground. As you take the club back, you should feel a really good stretch on your left side, in your lats, your obliques. The feeling you're searching for is your left shoulder getting as far away from your stable left hip as possible. That stretch, that's where the power is hiding.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Wait a minute, twisting my upper body against my lower body? That sounds like a one-way ticket to injury. It's a great question. And believe it or not, the truth is actually the opposite.
Here's why this is safer. You're not twisting your spine. You're stretching your big, powerful core muscles. And because your feet are planted, your lower back has a solid, stable foundation protecting it. The really dangerous move is the one we talked about before, trying to violently spin from the top with no stability. That's what puts all the stress right on your spine.
All right, let's put all the pieces together. In this last part, we're going to see how all this preparation leads to that effortless power we're all after. It's just a beautiful chain reaction.
So, this is the sequence. You start with a stable base. You create that incredible stretch in the backswing, storing up tension, and then the downswing is just a release. That's it. You're just letting go. The stretched muscles fire, the hips unwind first, and your arms in the club just get pulled along for the ride at an incredible speed.
And what does that give you? It gives you the left wall. This is the holy grail of ball striking. It's a firm, stable left side that your body can just rotate against as fast as it wants. And that means every single ounce of that energy you stored up gets transferred right into the back of the golf ball. That is the definition of effortless power. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you're on the range, ask yourself, are you trying to create speed in your downswing, or are you preparing for it in your backswing? Stop trying to force it. Start focusing on coiling and creating that separation, and you might just unlock the most powerful, consistent swing of your life.